Cold calling sucks. Salespeople hate it, your prospects hate it, it has a really, really low hit rate, and it's demoralising for everybody.
Funnel Vision is brought to you by Math Marketing, creators of the Funnel Plan. Math Marketing is the source of the 1, 2, 3 of B2B.
A prospect who has put their hand up will always be a better prospect for you than one whose profile suggests that you should be talking to them. That is, this company, they've done nothing, but I'm guessing that I should be talking to them. This company, I don't know anything about, but they've shown interest. I'll always take the second company if I can. But cold calling to that cold prospect sucks. So we're going to use referrals, we're going to use marketing to generate demand if we can. But if you can't, we still need a way to overcome the typical barriers to cold calling. And I'll show you that today using our best cold call email template. If you just can't avoid cold calling, we need to overcome these typical barriers to cold calls. You're interrupting them. So are many others, and you'll be assumed to be just as bad as the rest, and you need to show that you're not. Thirdly, they may not realise that they have the issue that you solve, and so probably aren't even looking for a solution, at least not right now. And finally, they and their gatekeeper, if they have one, receive more calls than you can make, so they're better at flicking than you are at asking. I've blogged many times about valid business reason. It's a Miller-Hyman term. Valid business reason, or VBR, simply means what will the prospect get out of this meeting? Why do they need the meeting, not why do I need the meeting? But if I do great homework on and identify the VBR, that homework will be lost if I can't carry the call really well. So I need, and all of my hard work will be undone. So I need some way to convey that I'm not the lazy bum that's just ringing you up and asking for the person who buys photocopy paper. I'm the one who's done the homework. I'm the one who's thought really deeply about why you, what you're going to get out of it, the issues that your business is facing. I'm the meeting that you want. How do I achieve that? I'll show you how we do that in our best email template for cold calls. My conclusion? Clearly, don't cold call if you can avoid it. Either get marketing to warm your prospects up and get some of them to raise their hands, or get referrals. But if you simply must, here's what you need to do. Number one, do your homework on the company. Look at their owned media, their website and their LinkedIn company page in particular. Look at business press and bloggers information as well. And what you're looking for are facts that suggest the presence of the problem that you solve and an urgency to fix it. Secondly, identify who has the problem, not who has the budget. The person with the budget is too late. They've already formed their view around what they want. You want to shape that view, so go to the person with the problem, not the person with the budget for the solution. Number three, do your homework on that person. Again, look at business press and bloggers, also their own LinkedIn profile. See if you've got any mutual contacts who you can phone and ask about this person. And what you're looking for is, are they a new broom? Have they been brought in recently to make some change? Do they have a record of fixing this problem elsewhere? Do they have any known likes or dislikes? Number four, identify the value proposition for this meeting, the valid business reason. For that person, for this meeting. Number five, write a letter or email that goes from interruption to action via urgency and credential. I'm going to say that again. Write a letter or email that goes from interruption to action via urgency and credential. Here are the 5 elements to your email or letter. It would seem that. Here's where you're going to lay out your situational facts. Next paragraph. This appears to be a priority for, the business name, play back their own data or otherwise argue why this is an issue right now. But as you know, it's not that easy. Now you need to introduce a twist that evidences some unique insight that you have and creates bias for you through that insight. Not just bias because you're smart, but actually changing their shape of how they look at the problem. Make it into a problem that you can solve and the other guy can't. Paragraph 5. I don't know you, but I do know. Show what you do know. You know the issue. You have experience in having solved it for other problems. That's what you know. Maybe we should talk. There's your 5th paragraph. Argue the valid business reason, what they will get out of the meeting. They're your 5 elements. Now, step 6 is to enlist the gatekeeper. Remember that the gatekeeper is there to protect the person. So if there is a gatekeeper, rather than let them flick you, what you need to do is to enlist the gatekeeper, contact them and say, hi, person name, I've done some research on company and person, and I've found some issues that I think he or she is going to want to know about. I put it together in an email, I'm going to send that. Can I forward that to you now and ask that you show it to them? In other words, the gatekeeper is going to protect the person anyway, but enlist them and get them on side rather than help them to get rid of you. And finally, follow up. Follow up fairly quickly after your email or letter was sent. It's kind of a 2-part tooltip this week. I use Skype for making all of my normal business calls, and I do that because then I can put on my headphones and I can type on the PC and take any notes from the meeting. And for that reason, I use Skype for making all of my calls, even when I'm in the office. Now, I pay about $22 a month, and that lets me make virtually unlimited calls. It's about 400 minutes, I think, a month, which for me is more than I need anyway. It also gives me a phone number so that I can leave that phone number and people can call me back on that number, and they'll get me either on their mobile or in the office or at home, depending on wherever I am, by using that number. Now, here's the second part to this week's tooltip, and that is record your calls. You can use call recording software around Skype, record all your calls and play them back to yourself so that you can improve every call that you make. The call to the gatekeeper, the follow-up call to the person, the call that you conduct. So that's it, 2 parts. Make your calls in Skype, and secondly, record your calls so that you can improve. By the way, you can go to, if you Google Funnel Wiki call recording or Funnel Wiki Skype recording, probably better, Funnel Wiki Skype recording. Google that and you'll come up with Funnel Wiki, which has got a great article on the different options that you have for call recording. Hope that helps.
If you enjoyed this blog, then likely you will enjoy others. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to receive this blog by visiting mathmarketing.com/blog or by visiting our YouTube channel. If you have a colleague who may be interested, we would be so grateful if you invited them to subscribe. Why don't you do that now? And when you come back, we'll show you how we do that in Funnel Plan.
As you know, Funnel Plan is a great way to get sales and marketing to build and agree on the plan that sets the objectives, strategy, velocity, and tactics that marketing and sales will use to earn the right to serve new business. We're clearly talking about tactics, and so I'm going to zoom in and look at the current tactics. Okay, so via a range of means we're going to find our targets, and right now the tactic is a video VBR. Again, VBR is valid business reason. All that really means it's like a cold video approach. What we've talked about today is either a letter or an email. Whether that VBR, that valid business reason, is conveyed in a letter, an email or a video isn't so material. So I'm simply going to add in the words letter, email or video VBR. But getting the gatekeeper on side is actually a new tactic. So what I'm going to do is insert a new tactic in between the list and our VBR. We're going to start by adding a new tactic, and let's call that enjoin the gatekeeper, and that's clearly at the positioning category stage. Save that. Let's reorder it because we want it to appear in the right place in the funnel plan. Enjoin the gatekeeper, that's going to sit just below video VBR. Save that, and now we'll add a couple of connections. Here we have an existing tactic, and I'm just going to change which tactic it moves to. Instead of going to video VBR, it's going to go to enjoin the gatekeeper. and we'll need to add a tactic connection from enjoying the gatekeeper to video VBR. The final change I'll need is to change that video VBR tactic wording. Here's the tactic video VBR. Let's just say VBR to each of the potential role holders in targeted companies via video, email or letter. Right now the method that we convey the message is less important than the message itself. That's it. Let's take a look at the PDF. Here we have it. We're now going from cleanse and dedupe to enjoying the gatekeeper, from gatekeeper to the VBR. That's it. Hope that helps. In next week's show, I'll show you the best way to leave a voice message. Until then, may your funnel be full and always flowing.